Beginning of day 116, August 19th. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm not getting going too early today. I don't have too far to go. I have to go into town, do a resupply, pick up a package, and my plan at this point is to get a hotel overnight. I think I need a break. And there wasn't any good way to duck into town, resupply, duck back out. I think it's about 8 miles to the, so it's 3 miles to town and about 8 miles to the first shelter in Vermont. And I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get to town. So feels like a lot of decisions and I'm kind of tired. So I'm going to get going here and see what the day brings. It's overcast and cool, so it's good hiking weather. And we'll see on down the trail. So this is the first view of the day. It may be the best one as we're going to go down. I'm going downhill into town, but it really is quite amazing. Quite amazing. So it's gorgeous. It's worth the climb. I'll keep taking you with me. I've got a new fashion statement going here. The sun is hot on the back of my neck, so I tucked my bandana under my hat. I'm going into the Stop and Shop grocery store, working at a resupply and getting a little food for lunch. And then I've got other tasks to do here in Williamstown, Massachusetts. So I'm going to be about that after I resupply. I have to make a decision now whether it's 2 days food or 5 days food. And so I'm going to have to make that decision quick, do my resupply, and then I'm going to try to hitch a ride into town. This is outside of town, to the post office and the outfitters. And we'll see how that goes. Well, I got a hotel room in Williamstown, Massachusetts. Going to spend the night here. The hotel picked me up and will take me back to trail. I stopped at the Stop and Shop and did a resupply, and now I got tasks to do. It seems like there's never a day off trail where I don't have things that I need to do. I got a replacement trekking pole part, so I can now use my trekking poles at full length. I bought a resupply. I think I did fairly well this time with not getting too much food. We'll see. The hotel pickup person took me by the post office to pick up my package, which saved me probably a mile or two of walking. Now I need to repackage some of my food in a better way. I just dumped everything in the backpack. And I need to publish some videos while I'm here and have Wi-Fi. So it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's what I'm going to do, and then charge all my devices. It's a never-ending cycle, getting everything charged. I had thought about getting a new pair of shoes because I'm still having some trouble with my feet, especially at the end of the day, being really tired. And I called the outfitter here to see about a specific shoe I was interested in. They don't have it in my size, so I guess I'll soldier on with what I have, and maybe in the next town in Vermont, which will be what is it? Bennington is the next town, but I'm not going into Bennington, and it's anyway, Hanover. Is that Hanover? Anyway, the next town, maybe when I go in for resupply, I will check again for shoes, or if I'm really set on doing it, I could have them shipped to trail to a post office, order them off Amazon. So, excuse me. We'll just see what happens. Today has been a It's not been a hard day, but it's been a hard day mentally. I think I just spent so much energy going up over Greylock yesterday. That kind of took some of the starch out of wind out of my sails. At the Stop and Shop, I bought myself a big hoagie. I'll probably go over here to the pizza joint tonight. I'll eat pizza, get some more food back in my system. So, I'll keep taking you with me. So, wrap up of day 116. I got a shower. I'm having my clothes washed. I've repackaged all my food. I've uploaded a bunch of videos. At least I think I am. The last 2 or 3 slowed way down, so I don't know what'll happen there. But uploaded videos. Went over here to the Greek pizza restaurant. Had a pizza. It was really good. I stopped at Cumberland Farms, bought myself a 16-ounce Coke, which I'll drink in the morning to sugar up before I have a fairly good-sized climb tomorrow. Not as high as Greylock, but nevertheless, it's quite a long climb. It's a couple thousand feet and a couple of hitches, and understand the first part of it is really, really rocky. So. Tomorrow, a couple of miles into the hike, I cross over into Vermont. So Massachusetts will be bye-bye. So that's good. This evening, as I was over getting my supper, I just thought what a drag it is to eat supper by yourself in a restaurant. I was watching all these people who were eating out with friends and whatever, and kind of made me miss my family and being home and being with friends, and that is kind of gone out the window here lately. Right now I'm in a mode where I'm not making enough miles a day to get to Katahdin by the time it closes. So I'm at the end of what's called the bubble, a way far end of the bubble. And of northbounders, but I'm meeting a lot of southbounders. But the problem with southbounders is you'll see them once, and it would be a possibility I would see them again in Southern Virginia or Tennessee or North Carolina or Georgia after a flip-flop. So it is what it is. It just is. Sometimes the mental fight is so hard. The devil wants to bring condemnation and discouragement to keep us from really living our best life. And for me, that has been a real fight today, to just really battle that. Sometimes you just want to go to self-pity, and that doesn't do any good. And so anyway, it's been a harder emotional day. There were a lot of decisions to make today. Decide what hotel to stay at, get a ride into town, find the Stop and Shop off trail, decide how much food to get for 5/6 days to get me into Manchester Center. Look at the weather forecast. The next number of days, there's a chance of rain every day. It's rain showers, so it doesn't look like there are going to be any downpours, but it looks like at some point I'll probably be walking in the rain. I'd prefer not to be walking in the rain in Vermont. They call it Vermud for a reason. When it rains, it's muddy. But who knows? Who knows how it'll be. A lot of people said Vermont is really beautiful and that it has more views than Massachusetts, so I'm looking forward to that. And it'll be another state down. At the end of Vermont, Vermont's section of Appalachian Trail is also the Long Trail. And at the end of that section, that'll be 1,100 miles. That will be 50% of the Appalachian Trail. So it's surprising how the miles start to tick down if you just keep knocking them out. So there'll be some decisions to make down the road about Katahdin and Maine and New Hampshire, and I'm still I'm still getting my trail legs back. I may have said this on an earlier video, but I met another older gentleman that was hiking, and he said, yeah, he's 62, and he said he realized if he was going to hike the AT, he needed to do it now because it's getting harder. He said it takes 6.5 weeks. It takes him 6 weeks to get his trail legs and 3 weeks to lose them. Well, I was off trail 3.5 weeks, and so I'm in that process of getting it back and getting back to where I was before I took off. So God knows. God knows. It's no surprise to him, and he is faithful. And just like yesterday at Mount Greylock, I just asked the Lord to give me the strength to get up and over that mountain, and it happened. He gave me the strength I needed for that day. So tomorrow I will have the strength I need for tomorrow and hiking up into Vermont. And so I need to dwell on the lovely good things and operate in expectancy. So that's kind of wrap up of day 116. The hotel here has breakfast in the morning, so I'll go over between 6:30 and 7:30 and get breakfast. And then when I let them know, they'll shuttle me back to trail, which is awesome. They've been the hotel is not wonderfully accommodating. There's a Fairfield Inn down the road here, and we have a Marriott card. I could have stayed with points, but no shuttles. This man picked me up at Stop and Shop, then he ran me to the post office and then brought me back here. So he's been very, very accommodating. And the room is clean and nice and neat, and it's provided all that I need. And so I'm thankful for that. Thankful for that, and I'm really thankful for my family and for Mrs. Grayson's support. She has been so supportive. I know I've said this before, when you mix physical exhaustion, it affects your mental state as well, and how much food you eat, and all this is this big soup of stuff. And when you get to the place where you can do more miles and you need to carry more food, which means more weight, and it's just so many decisions. I'm getting a little free from the anxiety of it, and I'm doing better at figuring my way and just making a plan and sticking with it. And it's been nice the last couple of days that I did a couple of resupplies close together and only carried like a couple days of food. So I only had, when I went over Greylock, basically I was down to the nubs. I had supper for that, snacks for that day, supper for that evening, breakfast and snacks for today to get in here, and that was it. So I was basically not carrying any food, which was really nice, and that's maybe one of the reasons why the climb went so well, because tomorrow when I pack out, I'll probably have another 10 pounds more in food. It seems to work better for me to just get a bigger resupply and just to plod on rather than to try to figure these things. It doesn't work very well for me to just dash into town, resupply, and then dash back out of town and hike another 5, 6, 8 miles. So anyway, that's a wrap up of 116, and I'll keep taking you along with me.